It's the start of June, and most herds are now about 5 or 6 weeks after the farm mating start date, and a question is often asked, what can be done now with the cows that are not in calf? So the first question is, when can you scan during the breeding season? So to diagnose pregnancies, the embryonic heartbeat is visible at day 28 of pregnancy, and in some cases it's visible earlier, but the problem is that that embryo is quite small and it can be slow to find. It becomes easier to identify that pregnancy after day 32, and the important thing is that reduces the chance of false negatives. So a false negative is when I scan a cow, I think she's not in calf, I say she's not pregnant, when in fact she is. So that's a false negative. So the experience and skill of the scanner is really important when doing those early pregnancy scans. So on your farm right now, we can consider that there's 3 classes of cows. The first class of cow is those that are served more than 32 days. So these are cows that are bred in the first week of breeding. They haven't repeated, so they're assumed pregnant. These cows could be scanned, but that scanning is only valuable if it leads to an action. So this information has to be used to do something about it. So if they're diagnosed not pregnant, we've again got 2 groups of cows we're interested in. If there's a corpus luteum on the ovary, they could get prostaglandin. If there is no corpus luteum on the ovary, they should be put on a fixed time AI protocol, which I'll come to in a minute. So in this case, we're taking the non-pregnant cows and we're doing something to try and get them pregnant quickly again. There's also the cows that are served less than 32 days, and this will be a mixture of cows that have had 1 service, but are still not less than 32 days since that service date, and some cows that have been bred more than once. For these cows, it's too early to scan, and the advice is to watch carefully for repeats. And then there's the group of cows that are not yet served. So these cows should be put on a fixed time AI protocol now if they're at least 30 days in milk, to give them a chance to get bred to AI before a period of natural service begins. This is the cow fixed time AI protocol that we currently recommend. So this is suitable for both cycling and non-cycling cows. The cows should be at least 30 days in milk before you start it, and the advantage is that once you start it, all cows are bred at a fixed time regardless of whether they show signs of heat or not. So it's a 10-day protocol, starts with an injection of GnRH and insertion of a progesterone device. 7 days later, injection of prostaglandin. 8 days later, injection of prostaglandin and removal of the progesterone device. And 9 days after you started, at the evening milking, an injection of GnRH and timed AI the following morning. So the timing at the end here, these last few interventions are really critical. So just reviewing where we are, right now we're somewhere in that 4, 5 or 6 weeks after mating start date, and we're winding down the period of AI use and preparing to get ready for the period of natural service. So we want to get as many cows pregnant to AI as we can. Important now to also think about a mating end date and to verify the pregnancy status of the herd at the end of that breeding season, review the AI and bull performance.